Hey, God, it's me, Margaret. Hi, what's going on? Beautiful people of the internet. So, I'm coming at you once again from my drive to Crested Butte, Colorado. I'm like probably 3 hours away at this point, and what I want to talk about is my inner conflict to choose goals or kind of commit to goals because on one hand, I was starting to talk about this at the end of my last video that I just recorded, but I didn't want to just continue rambling about it because that video turned into a ramble, and I don't even know how I'm going to be able to market that video. But this one is more targeted, where it's my conflict of whether or not I want to be like a full-fledged wildlife guy, or if I want to have some kind of more traditional business. Maybe it's involved in corporate, maybe it's not, but some kind of more traditional business such that I could actually become like a millionaire quickly-ish, or maybe not like quickly-ish, but making enough money to like multiple six figures. I think I'd be happy with that. I'd probably be able to provide as needed with by making that much money. And my conflict comes because, as a wildlife creator or like a wildlife photographer or whatever, I'm sure I could provide for myself. But something that I've realized is important to me is the ability to be able to provide for more than just myself, whether it be my close family, my like sister, my parents, my future girlfriend and wife, my eventual kids. Like being able to provide for them is something I don't. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just delusional and I haven't really like looked into the exact metrics, but just going off of my feeling, which is completely subjective, and just with the way things are going in the US, with like the economy, the cost of living, it's just I don't think I'll be able to. Well, maybe I don't want to like sound like I'm doubting myself, but I kind of am doubting myself because like I don't know if I'll be able to provide like the way that I want to by sending it with the wildlife stuff. I have seen people succeed as online influencers in social media and make a boat ton of money, and their niche is more or less travel. But my conflict comes from the fact that like when I'm traveling, like I feel so mixed about like creating content because like there's part of me that does enjoy it, but then the other part of me I actually want to be able to just like enjoy the moment. Wildlife photography is the exception because I'm definitely more. Well, no, I actually kind of have that same conflict with like wildlife photography because like you want to get the shot because it's super fun, but you want to be like dialed in and focused and stuff. But being focused on the content side does take away from being in the moment. Like, for example, I recently swam with sharks. Well, I was like doing the cage diving thing with sharks in South Africa. We did see a bronze whaler shark, I believe, but I completely gaffed the footage. I'm very grateful that I went with my good friend. His name is Tom, who had his GoPro also, but didn't gaff the footage and actually got it like really good because I did not. So, but what I can say that I remember vividly is locking eyes with that shark. Like as I got in the water, I saw that thing's eyes. I also saw its eyes before I got in the water because like I swam up and like went for bait and then dove back in and then I went in the water and I saw it. I saw it. And that the importance of that stems from my time in Bolivia. Like that's when that lesson really first that's when I first learned that lesson because the owner of the tour company based out of Bolivia that was like they offer a bunch of different stuff, so I'll link them in the description. But his name's Nick, and he was like, it's important. That's cool. As fun as it is getting the shot, you really got to be present and like just be in the moment with the animal because it's just you internalize it better. I don't think he said that exactly, but that's essentially the gist of what he said, and like that really stuck with me because at the time I was a complete novice wildlife photographer. I was also more on the novice end of photography in general. Like I was just getting into macro photography from my last trip before that, which was to Guatemala, where you need the external flash and everything. So like that was completely new to me. But then, I got the completely different trip a year later where we're freaking looking for freaking cats and shit. So anyway, point is, you got to be present, and then that's that in the moment, and you want to, so that you can actually like remember the shit for yourself. And I guess you could say that for more than just wildlife stuff, right? Like just if you're traveling in general, you want to be able to like take stuff in. Not everybody can or should be an influencer, because then that's what leads to bigger picture problems. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this is me talking about like my inner conflict, and like the reason why I've felt torn about being a travel influencer is because like if that's my business, I don't need to be traveling all the time forever. Like it's something that I do enjoy now, but I see the end line where like 10 years from now, hopefully I'll have a family. At the very least I'll be in a relationship, but hopefully I'll have a family by 10 years from now. And I don't think I want travel to be the way that I'm like providing for them. I would love to have like I don't even know, just some kind of business, but I don't think that it's going to be through travel. But I want to be able to provide fully for my family, especially like earlier in life, like before once my kids are of working age, they're going to start like, essentially providing for themselves. But at the same time, I want to do what I can to set them up for the whole generational wealth thing. And to do that, you need to have the extra capital to invest into the proper sources such that, it's generational wealth. And I have some serious doubt on whether I can do it through the wildlife stuff. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how things progress. But like that's why I'm so torn. Like at least my process is, in this moment, I look at all the people who have gotten to where I've wanted to be. They're successful in the niche that I'm shooting for, and they're wealthy enough to be able to provide. Like for me personally, I would prefer to have be in a relationship where my significant other is more focused on the kids than work, and I'm more focused on work than the kids, but we can both still have the flexibility to be like present as needed. Like my future wife, I don't care if she works, especially like if we're childless, like if we're doing the whole dink thing for a few years or whatever, then I'd like her to work, but I would still want to be the primary provider. Just seeing from personal experience what my own mom is going through now later in life, after taking off time entirely from working to raise my sister and myself, and now she's been struggling to get back into the world. Well, she's working now, but to get into the kind of work she wants to get into is extremely tough for a variety of reasons, but the main one I'm convinced is ageism. But I wouldn't want that to happen to my future esposa, mi esposa futura. But yeah, that's just my thing. Like, I'm the kind of guy that has always wanted to, as my sister put it, have his cake and eat it too. Like, basically do everything that I want to do without compromising. And in some ways that's good, because that convinces me to kind of like go after what I want, like in such a way so that I can have everything that I want. But I know that like there are some sacrifices that have to be made. Like I do see the people that are successful with like the wildlife and stuff, but they're also loaded, and they're the ones that have built up insane followings. We're talking like millions of followers or subscribers or whatever have you. And then they're able to monetize it at some point along the line. And I haven't really done the proper research aside from just the surface level knowledge that I know right now. But like, I guess I can say the people that have made more money are the people that have not been in wildlife. Although wildlife is what I like want to do. But like David Lasmaras had a beast, like he has reached like the point that I aspire towards. I guess I'll say Hamza too, but like they have made such ridiculous money starting from YouTube and then monetizing it in the future and treating it like doing everything right, but also like grinding the hell out of it and just, oh man, I really gotta taking these leaves, shit. But they've just done a phenomenal job, and like I like want to make that kind of money because like they can completely provide for their future families. Like their David's wife Julia doesn't have to work. I'm sure, like, and like people like them, like they make enough money so that they can completely provide for their significant others, and that's like super inspiring. It's like I want to be able to do that myself. And do I necessarily need to make millions of dollars to completely provide for my significant other? Maybe not, but it would still be a nice, like, you know, it would be like almost a guarantee at that point if I'm making that much money. The thing that having that much money is that it buys you the freedom to be able to do everything you want, but still also, you know, provide. And I guess that's what I'm going for, bigger picture. But I don't know, guys. I've been kind of another ramble, but I think that these videos are cool because like they're more authentic. You know, these videos can gain traction, and it can do well. But at the very least, like they can like connect with you guys. Hopefully, maybe. But to be honest with you guys, just my recording this has given me some clarity, like of what I need to do, and I need to analyze these people that have done better than me and are actually like where I want to be. I have to analyze them more, like super carefully, and kind of just like craft the narrative that I need to use to succeed. Because I'm pretty sure I am confident that like I can succeed, but I have to just be smart about it. I can't just expect it to come to me. You know, I have to actually put in the work and not just like, you know, blindly fire the gun and expect to get the shot. That's kind of what I've been doing for the last couple of years. And I don't want to say like I got lucky to even make it as far as I did with like having 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but like I kind of did because like I have more subscribers on YouTube than freaking Instagram, which is kind of wild because YouTube feels harder than Instagram to grow on, but the YouTube audience is more legit than the Instagram audience, in my opinion. But anyway, so yeah, I don't really know if it's worth it. Well, I won't say I don't know if it's worth it, because I'm sure it will be worth it to be able to do both, or even possible to do both, you know, like pursue the wildlife stuff and somehow make millions along the way. But I guess we'll see, right? We'll see how things go, see how things progress. Maybe my unique background of just myself as an individual can propel me there in time through social media. So, you know, if you guys want to see me get there or see me fall flat on my face and fail and be stuck as a friggin' engineer for the rest of my life, like stay tuned for the ride, and I will catch you on the next one.